Everybody, welcome to the Rookie Critic YouTube channel. It has been a while since I did a one-on-one type of stream, and I was supposed to have Proper Jeremy on like 4 weeks ago to get him to 1,000 subs, but a little late on that. But if anything, maybe we can help keep him over 1,000. So unless you say something here and really screw up, but
Unless I screwed up with whatever I'm about to say.
you're about to say, guess what? I love The Last Jedi or something.
No, nothing like that.
Brie Larson is Bay.
No, absolutely not. You will not hear that from me. Also, no notification squad here.
No notifications.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hear that from me. Also, yeah, it's well, I found it on your page though, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah, sometimes it takes a bit for YouTube to kind of update it and whatnot. We got Rita Repulsa in the chat here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, already. She's quick. She's very quick.
Always. Oh, it's Mary. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the Rita Repulsa.
I will always refer to her as Rita now. I feel like it's more fitting.
Okay, so you did get a notification, Mary?
Yeah, for some people, for some reason, it's hit or miss with people, it seems. But
all right, I'm unclicking and re-clicking the bell. Maybe that'll help. But if it makes you feel any better, yeah, I don't get notifications for Jeremy when he goes live, and I'm a moderator. So that's kind of an issue that needs to be resolved immediately.
Oh, indeed. Well, at least, he hasn't done that many live streams lately.
No. All he's ever really done lately has just been High Council. But I don't know, man. By the way, I just filmed a reaction video to The Mandalorian. So filmed, and it's getting ready to be done. And I will actually, how would I premiere it after we're done or something? We just put it up.
Okay, yeah, no problem, man.
Okay.
Yeah, now Rita's in the chat.
Now Rita is in the chat.
I am supreme evil.
Supreme. No, I can't do that. I can't do a Rita like Mary does.
I wish we could find somebody in the fandom that could do a Zed voice, because that would be awesome. Just like, that'd be incredible. Think of the skits, man. Think of the skits.
Oh yeah, you and the Power Rangers, man. I don't know what is with this thing with the Power Rangers.
Well, I grew up with them, and I find them really funny now. And some seasons are deeper than people would give them credit for, and I just find so much humor in it as an adult. For some reason, it's like, as a kid, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Watch out. And now I'm just like, this is hilarious. This is just comedy gold. People look at it the right way. It's just comedy gold. Like, to be entertained. It's not boring. It's hilarious.
No, you're right about that. Like, the cast used to say, like, it's morphine time. Yeah, all that stuff. And when you talk about, I don't know how far you watched with all these series, but when you say that, that sometimes they can get really deeper than they're given credit for, passing off as kids' films.
Yeah, Time Force is the main one, man.
Yes,
that's the one. They
Power Ranger.
Well, they start off with the Red Ranger, like, one defeating the main villain. They set up that the Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger are going to get married, and then they have the villain escape, kill the Red Ranger, go back in time. The pink one is pretty much the leader, like a real strong woman without pushing that she's a woman or nothing. Like, that's freaking good femininity right there.
Oh, and justifiably so. Sometimes,
one of the best ones. Basically, the leader of the group, and then with the West and everything, and then they have one of her ex-partners come back into play, and then they struggle with killing mutants because they're mutants, or some can be good and whatnot. They have the villain get his big redemption at the end. Spoilers, by the way, but
I never did see the ending. But
at the end, Rancic's the only guy that's left of all the mutants, and he takes them on one-on-one and pretty much creams them all. But then he's hunting down Jen, which he's had a huge rivalry for the whole season, and then he shoots at somebody he thinks is moving, but he shoots his daughter, and she's carrying an infant baby that was left in wreckage after the city's been being attacked. And he is like, you're the only thing I love. I hate everything else, and I almost killed you. And she's like, how can you kill this little baby thing right here? And he's just like, I don't know. And then it was pretty deep for a kids show. They call it for kids. Remember? No, not always.
It had a lot of goofy moments, but
of course, it's always corny. They have to do a formula where it's always corny, but they slip in some deep and drama within there too. Definitely.
Yeah, they managed to do that extraordinarily well, especially in the pilot, because I guess they met her fiance's like ancestor or something, and then that screws up the timeline a lot.
Oh yes. See, they have time travel in this, but they make it part of the plot that time travel screws up the timeline. So
yeah, that too. And they have their own consistent rules, which is nice. But what's great about that is, it's just seeing. Her name was Jen, right?
Yeah, Jen was the pink one.
Mm-hmm. Jen, seeing her go through, just seeing somebody that looks remarkably like Alex. Is just I don't know, that has to be heartbreaking, and no wonder like she doesn't trust his ancestor, who I forget his name.
That was Wes. Wes was the ancestor Red Ranger, basically.
Yeah, I mean, no wonder like she didn't trust him, because she had put unrealistic expectations on him.
Yeah, well, because they're from the future where everything's all strict and proper, and then they have him with his looser ways, and he's a rich kid, though, but trying to do his own thing. They do some deep stuff right there. And with Eric, the Quantum Ranger, like, dude, they go deep with that. But anyway, enough about Power Rangers for now. I'm gonna do a full stream or a couple videos or something where I go into how cool Power Rangers is. But anyway, we got people in the chat, and we got Proper Jeremy as a guest. So I saw Thomas Gilkey in the chat. He was saying that Mighty Morphin is the greatest of all time. So much nostalgia. Well, I'd argue that some seasons do it better, but it is the OG, and we give OG the respect, and that's where Tommy Oliver, the evil Green Ranger, came into play with the evil laugh that I always try to mimic in my videos. The like always does a low start to like crazy. We got Rob, which I used to call John, because that's what I thought his name was. Everything Star Wars in the chat.
You called him John? Why?
I thought his name was John. I don't know why. I was like, "Hey, John, what's up?" And he's like, "Are you referring to me?" It's Rob from Everything Star Wars, but
no, that's Entertainment Hacker, who's John. I was calling him Rob. Now you're confusing me.
Yeah, well, see, I probably would have called him just E-Hacker or something. I don't even know his name. But he always says John Paul Wright at the beginning of his videos. So it's like, I don't know. There's certain names stick more than others.
It was because they both have not New York accents, but like
there's nothing about them that's similar that would link the two to swap the names. I just don't know. Just pretty random.
By the way, Rob, I absolutely loved what you did in Rookie's Quest. It was really funny.
Yeah, I like him being kind of a news anchor, because the way he does his videos, he's like bringing the news kind of, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'm having YouTubers get captured left and right, and Jeremy is as well. So why not have a YouTuber report on it? So that was kind of a good thing. He does that very well. We got Shellback in the chat. What's up? He says, "Woof woof, Frank." For Frank and the Shahan Wiener Dog Clan. Hell yeah!
Oh, Frank's awesome.
Love you, Frank. Great. He's great. And we got the author, Stephen Walton. What's up, buddy? He and I are going to be chatting pretty soon this week about something. And we got Force Ghost Jeremy. Force Ghost Jeremy, he's one of the people that I accidentally left out of the Giving Energy scenes. There's like 10 people. And I forgot that he recorded on his thing, because he gave me one file. And he did his energy thing at the end, and I forgot to put that in there. I'll put that.
Recorded it all at once.
Yeah, and so but he had that at the end of his file, so I'll put that in the DVD version, which I will be making some DVDs of the Rookie's Quest if people are interested. It'll have a lot of extra features. The quality is going to look better on DVD than it does uploaded to YouTube, and I can either sell it as it is, or I have a Patreon tier at $12 a month. You'll get a free DVD physical copy of whatever movie projects I make if you're at the $12 tier on Patreon, which I feel like that's a pretty good deal for it.
Yeah, that's $12 for a DVD, and also you get how much you get. Oh, it's an over. Don't you have to make it a double DVD at that point? There's
I might, because I feel like 4 hours is like a DVD's cap of footage that it would allow, like 4 gigabytes.
You can
5 gigabytes.
You could this is just my suggestion.
Yeah.
You could have just one version that's just the movie, like all of it that's fixed. Your special, the rookie special edition,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have a 2-disc version that has that and the tomato stuff on its own, all the bonus features.
I could do something like that. What do you guys think in the chat? I know what you guys think, because I don't want to do too much extra stuff if that's not what people want. But if people want that, I'd do that, definitely. And Snowdub says, make sure to follow the Rookie on Twitter. Check out Jeff W. at the Rookie Critic. Thanks, Snowdub. Thanks for being my mod. Looking at the StreamYard thing, I forget who's a mod because it doesn't show the mods like being blue on here with the wrenches. So I'm like, oh yeah, I think I have like most of the people in the chat right now.
You got
mods.
Mary, Rob, and Snowdub, and myself. And
okay.
Nick.
Cool. And then we got Christy in here, and she's one of my patrons, actually. Christy, by the way, check the Patreon. I updated the thing. I actually added a couple features to it. So there's a little more perks for you on there for being a patron. And yeah, she says, of course, Power Rangers is awesome. Yeah, she's actually one that grew up with that as well. But I don't think she got to In Space. I watched up to SPD, I think. All the way up to SPD. That was like 2005, 2006, I think.
Time Force was the cutoff for me.
Yeah,
I was done after that. But I mean, I've heard that there were a lot of other like crossovers and stuff, like with some of the other previous cast members.
Yeah, they had in the Wild Force season, they had Forever Red, which had like 10 or 12 Red Rangers, which that was fine, I guess. But one of the worst ones, I didn't watch these ones, but I saw updates, and on Netflix they play all the Power Ranger seasons. But the Mega Force was like a couple years ago, and oh my god, they had like all of the Power Rangers from everyone everywhere come into play, and it looked so horrible. Like I tried to watch it with my nephew, and I was like, oh my god, because it doesn't make any sense. It breaks the rules of what happened. They're supposed to have lost a lot of their powers along the way. Like, the first like 3 or 4 seasons, they keep on losing their powers and have to upgrade.
Yeah, for some reason. Like, I don't understand why Billy had to bite the bullet.
Well, because the power coin, there was a power coin issue they had they were destroyed, and then the Zeo crystals, there's only 5, and he decided that his skills are better on like engineering and helping them out from the command center instead of being a ranger. So, and then he went to Aquitar, the alien rangers planet or whatever. And that was kind of cool back then too, where they had like, they had aliens and stuff back in like the 90s with the Power Rangers trying to expand that universe. But then they kind of stopped, and then they just kind of made it random.
They just did their own thing, like, hey, dinosaur rangers in the jungle. Well, time-traveling Power Rangers. It's just all these crazy ideas.
Some of them work, but then others really don't. Like the Dino one was cool because that was Tommy Oliver, himself, that was the leader of that team and like made the stuff. So he kind of created that whole thing with that season. So
I will say though that what bothers me about Billy is, okay, we're talking a lot about the Power Rangers.
I know. I'm sorry, audience. So I didn't mean to talk about Power Rangers. But I didn't know Proper actually knew anything about it either, and then so we're having back and forth with it.
Yeah, but the last thing I'll say is like I didn't.
We'll get into Star Wars in a minute.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate what the people did behind the scenes, like the reason why Billy was cut out, the reason why it was.
Behind the scenes stuff affected a lot of the show, actually, which is why a lot of the cast changed as well. Like why Jason and Jason, Zach, and Trini traded off. Zach and Trini, the first Yellow and Black Ranger, the Black Ranger was black, and the Yellow Ranger was a Asian woman.
Made sense.
And they had to swap the Rangers because of the racial backlash from people. So they made an Asian dude the Black Ranger and a black chick the Yellow Ranger. And the Red Ranger, Jason, at the time, I think he had, I forget his exact thing, but he had other offers for something to do, so he decided to leave.
Well, he left, and then there was
Rocky. They had Rocky to be the Red Ranger for a brief time.
And then there was Adam, who was a frog.
And that was when they got the ninja stuff. When they got the ninja powers, which they made the movie with Ivan Ooze and stuff, but then that was poorly received quite a bit, so they changed it for an official different thing in the actual show and had Ninjor give them their powers and had Rita's brother Rito come on in and bring the little bird things
Rito.
Yeah, he was a goofball character, a
Wow,
dummy character.
creative.
And honestly, as soon as they brought him in, they also lowered Goldar to be like a comedic level, and I'm like, oh no, man, you just dragging him out. There was one moment where they had like Tommy versus Goldar again, like a rematch, and it was like, oh, this is kind of good. He's like, I owe him one. Can I get him, master? And he's like, all right. And then Rito comes in to help him, and I'm like, no, destroying it, no.
And if I may say only one, even though the people didn't like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, I will say that soundtrack kicked ass.
Oh, yes, it did.
Ass.
Do you wonder why I use the Power Ranger songs in a lot of my skits?
Because it's a great soundtrack.
They have good soundtracks. I was disappointed about the show, but they're good. Yeah,
I mean, seriously. And I have yet to have the a version of the song that had for some reason they pitched up just the guitar part. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to individualize or to separate all of the instruments.
The instrumentals from it. They have versions on YouTube that have them separated.
Yeah, but I want the original ones. I don't want cover ones. Because then it won't sound right.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I have everything the same, but I don't know. It was always fun, but no, that movie introduced me to Van Halen.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Dreams was at the end.
Power Rangers equals rock.
Yeah.
Power Rangers equals rock, guys.
Yeah, they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers where they were skydiving. Like, how cool is this? Even though it's goofy, like the skydiving, it's awesome. But
that was a good.
High schoolers do that.
That was a good start to a movie, and then they become ninjas by the end of it. I mean, that's.
Yeah, and
that's pretty good especially if it's aimed for kid audiences. That's kids like that. So
yeah,
but the plot was pretty dumb. I'm gonna make this goo that'll make your parents be zombies to me,
and they'll all try to jump off a cliff.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. So but anyway, okay. Star Wars. No. We should probably do Star Wars. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned the trailer. I'm looking at the chat, guys. I forgot I can click the thingy and highlight things on here. So I'll be clicking on you guys' chats while Proper and I are talking, so you'll know that I do see you and I do read it. He just saw the Mandalorian trailer, right? Or was it the new Star Wars Episode 9 trailer?
Oh, both.
Yeah, I just saw the Mandalorian one, and I actually kind of liked it, but I don't think I want to get the service for it. It looked kind of cool. I'm like, it looked good, but I don't know if I'd want to get the service for it. What are your thoughts on it?
You know what? There was somebody in my comments section that said, you review, so you should view. You should watch it if you're going to review it. And
you review, so you should view.
It sounds silly, but it makes sense.
It sounds like what Judge Judy would say.
Well, fair enough. But if you're going to be able to, if you're going to talk shit about a show, pardon my French, but if you're going to talk shit about a show, then you may as well know it. You may as well have at least seen it once or twice. You can have an initial reaction. That's cool. You may not have all your thoughts straightened out. I know I never have mine. That's why, sometimes when I do reaction videos, it's like, I do it out of more of just a necessity of just I have to keep up to date with this. That's why it took me so long to do the Mandalorian reaction, which I'll be uploading shortly. But what I like about it is that it's separated from all the other characters. It's just its own thing in a universe that's very familiar, but it's also very different because it's not connected in those ways. Mm-hmm. With other kids, I don't know if other characters are going to be in it that we're familiar with, but I'd be open to it.
I'm pretty sure they'd hint to it at least. Little shout out to a character or something. You never heard of the mighty C-3PO?
No one's going to be talking about C-3PO.
The god of the Ewoks,
C-3PO is done, unfortunately. So, but
R2-D2, the most famous trash can in the universe.
Indeed.
I'm not dissing R2. I'm just saying.
The trash can is the guy who.
The Gonk droid is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, the guy with the leg. That's the trash droid.
That gets foot tortured in Jabba's palace, which implies they can feel pain.
Yeah, well, all they are is feet in a trash can.
Yep. Which is almost the same design effort as BB-8 in a way, but I feel like there's more identity to the Gonk droid.
Trash with some feet. Beep beep. Just
trash with feet, a ball with a head. It's the same concept in a way.
I don't know how they do it, but I thought BB-8 was a clever design. Not so much. Not so much these other. It is what it is. It's fun, but.
Oh yeah.
Dark Jeff Squad. Oh my gosh, all the Jeffs.
Oh yeah. Well, who knows if we'll see them ever again, guys? I don't know.
Need to have an Avengers Endgame version of it, just like.
Like I wanted to be done with this for a while, but like immediately I have more ideas that I can continue this story. But I do want to give it a little bit of time before I like officially like launch something else, because I want to give myself a break for one, and then kind of iron out an idea for what I'm going to be doing, and then start pushing forward for it. Give a little break between Rookie's Quest and then my next one, especially since I have badgered so many people to give me their cameos and whatnot, and people are finishing off summer. So like I kind of in school for some people are starting, same with me anyway. So I don't know when the next project's going to be, but I will be thinking of one, and I'm going to be thinking budget and how to make it big, because like I was thinking about doing I used to do smaller skits, kind of like the Nostalgia Critic. Again, that's kind of my theme, was Nostalgia Critic type things where you do skits and reviews and you try to intertwine them sometimes. And I don't think I can do smaller skits anymore. I can't do like a 3-minute, 4-minute little one. I have to make like a bigger story come out of it. If I do one, like that's pretty much all I did with the last one. I had my season 3 startup skit, and then the Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, and that was it. and then the trilogy. Like I didn't really do that many things in between.
Or like regular videos.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I did a bunch of random videos throughout the last couple months, but and then the last while I've been working on the Rookie's Quest, I haven't really been doing that much. But
so is this like your office, or like you change your bedroom up a bit?
This is my sister's house, actually. I'm on vacation, and I'm at my sister's house watching her kittens. I've been posting on Twitter, the little rascals and whatnot, what they're doing. And she's on vacation in Finland or something. So I get the whole house to myself to watch, basically. So this is a pretty much empty room. This is technically her office, but I don't know. I kind of like it as a little spot. In my bedroom, my whole setup is literally like a fold-out table that I put out when it's time to do a video, and I set up my camera, set up my mic and the computer, and then record, and then put it away.
Author Stephen Walton. If you like Van Halen, their entire catalog with Diamond Dave is great. Their entire catalog in general is great. I don't like all the songs that they happen to record, but I am of course I have all their albums. I have every single one, all of the Van Halen albums, all of AC/DC's albums, all of Guns N' Roses albums. So I mean, Guns N' Roses isn't that hard. Just like 5 albums and 6 if you can count the other one and a live album. It's not egregiously expensive because their catalog is so tiny. Steven's right. You can't have an opinion if you don't know the content. Yep, that's 100% true. It's 100% true.
Very true. But so with me, I decided I don't really want to see episode 9. I'm not getting the Star Wars fever right now. I'm not feeling it. So I might not do that many videos on Star Wars coming up. I haven't really done any in a while, and I don't know if I'll feel like doing one on these. I might give my opinion on what I think of the trailer, but as far as the actual movies or shows, I don't know if I'll see them. I don't know. I just don't really feel like it. So, and I'm not going to harp on it either for being what it is. So we'll see. I assume Proper went to the loo or something.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, I'm just walking around, but I don't want to just
you don't want to show your ass. You don't want to show your ass on screen. I got you.
I mean, I can, but I'll have my pants on, so it'll disappoint you.
Rats. Rats. Yep. But let's see. Christy says, when's the next Game of Thrones watch party? Well, I haven't done a watch party of Game of Thrones, but I will do another live stream where I address stuff that happens with it soon. Probably actually this week. I bet. I watched season 2. I don't think I did a season 2 stream yet, so I'll do one of those. And I'm almost done with season 3 now. I'm on like episode 7 of season 3, I want to say. And yeah, there's a lot that happened in that I do want to talk about. And I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts with that, because I have the mindset of I know what happens at the end of the season, and I only got into this because of the fact that everybody hates it now. Everybody went from loving the hell out of it to not really liking it so much. So that's what piqued my interest. And there's a lot to be said there.
If you see like the outrage that has been sparked from this, I mean, you would be, oh man, you'd be very surprised.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know, if you knew, I guess I'm trying to see it from your perspective, because you didn't know about the show, I guess, per se. You just knew of its existence, but you didn't know exactly, why, like what it was that happened in the show and why people were so upset about it.
Pretty much. I'm like, I know it's a show that everybody says is the best. People said it takes a long time to get to the point, but when they get there, it's cool and the journey is good. Great pacing, great characters. They kill off characters that you love. That's pretty much all that I knew before, all hell went loose. And they're like, this was the worst episode ever. They wanted me to turn my TV lights on. What the fuck are they?
Oh yeah, that
stuff I was hearing. I was like, oh, discourse with Game of Thrones. Wow, the last 7 years in a row, I've only heard the best things about the show.
Oh yeah, a lot has changed. And no Snowdub, I'm not going to be, just so you know.
Yeah, but Snowdub, I'll probably have him on to talk Game of Thrones. He was supposed to be on the first one with me, but I wasn't able to make it. So yeah, I'd like to talk with Snowdub, Black Angus, Brandon Moist if he's available.
Steven, I gotta say, like, I'm not sure if it's exactly Disney that should apologize as much as the specific people who went out and insulted people. Maybe, I guess, if you're talking about on their behalf, I agree with you. But I mean, does Bob Iger, did he go out and insult people? No. So I don't think he personally has anything to apologize for. It per se. He just thinks that people don't like. It's not to do it on purpose. It's to make money. What are you talking about, Mad Max?
This isn't the proper Jeremy I'm looking for.
Well, it's the one you're going to get. So live long and proper.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you did the old parody like voice and everything? I am proper Jeremy, and that was a long time ago. That was Rookie's Quest days or Rookie's Test days. The first trilogy. That was the last time that we had the actual parody. Now you've blossomed into your own thing, proper Jeremy.
Yes, yeah, and I do want to give you credit before I even try to go any further. Give you 100% credit that you weren't the first person who popped my live stream cherry, but it was the first time I was on Hangouts. First time I was like, only one of a few times I was actually super late. Oops.
Yeah.
But hey,
I didn't bring it up this time.
Oh no, and we pretty much, I'd say we become friends after that, and it's just. It was a great opportunity to actually expand. And if I remember correctly, it was on Doomcock stream, and you had like messaged me just there, just said like, hey, you should come on my stream. Like you're really good at that. You're really good at that.
That's pretty much how I got to know anybody in the Fandom Menace was through live streams. I would always listen to Doomcock and EVS and all them for a while. And then I'm like, what's this? People can actually, kind of talk to each other. And I'm like, well, I guess let me just try to say some words to some people. Sure. And then eventually you just find certain people on there and start talking to them, and bada bing, bada boom, everybody starts getting to know each other and whatnot. So, yeah. Jeff the Iron Wolf was the very first one, I think. And then Black Angus and Flip and, just skyrocketed from there.
Yeah. And I think everyone's doing relatively well.
I think so, too.
Seriously, like, if you remember, like, I was like, what? 39 subscribers, and I was like, hey, I got like 30 subs. I don't even have a video.
Yeah.
I had like a choice to either go with my old OG account, Voorhees, that had been, oh God, I could show you. I'll answer, Steven, I'll get you in just a second. But trying to look at what. Have you ever heard of the Wayback Machine?
Sounds familiar.
Okay. Well, it's not important, but this is. You remember my old account, Voorhees67, right?
Yep, one of your old accounts. Yep.
Well, I mean, I didn't have all that many, to be honest.
Well, I know, but now I know you've had at least like 4 or 5. So.
Yeah, no kidding. But it was like, you remember what YouTube used to look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, like there's something else. But yeah, I've had that account since, oh gosh, March of 2007. So
no, it's 2 years after YouTube was made, pretty much.
Yeah, I got on pretty early, but I was not about to get that deleted. Like, I want that as like a time capsule.
Yeah, your main one that will always remain.
Yeah.
If Jeremy fades, Voorhees shall survive. Just Indeed. Like not too much unlike the Voorhees himself.
And Stevens, yep, I understand, but this happened under Bob Iger's watch. Yes, I know. He's the CEO. I know. Responsibility falls to the leader until a statement is released apologizing for the actions of those employees. I understand, but I was saying that he personally did not do anything aside from, I get it, but just
I think he's saying
he didn't personally. Yeah, I meant it more literally. Like, he personally has nothing to apologize for. What he does have, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're trying to say that because he hired these people, because he allowed overseeing all this, he allowed it to happen.
He didn't deny any of it. He let it happen and didn't say anything. So it means more when the higher up, even if they didn't do it directly, will apologize for them. And when they do that too, that kind of means, hey, don't do that again, to the ones that did it before, in a way. So I think that's what it means.
Yeah, it's also, I guess, a way for people to save face.
Oh, yeah.
No, Hammer. No.
But here we got Ryan Kennel in the chat as well. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot more about you lately, man. Seeing you rise, that's good. He says, I don't think it's realistic for Disney to apologize, but a great start would be stopping the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I feel like the way it is now, though, it seems to be a never-ending back and forth between everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's never ending, and I don't know. Like, I'm at the point where, like, quite a while ago, I reached it where I'm just like, I don't need to say that I don't like it anymore. It's already been said and done, and we've had 1,000 conversations and live streams about how much we don't like it. So, just for me, I think I've said my part, but I do think it's at first I thought, some bigger channels maybe should look toward different things, but no, I kind of like that they're still doing it because there's always newer people that discovered them and, that maybe like watch The Last Jedi or other movies and they haven't been able to express their feelings on it. And then they can find like the bigger channels that are still talking about it, then go, yes, thank you. And then find everyone else already here,
Yeah, so they did the same thing with, I think Nerdrotic hit it pretty like on the nose with the Game of Thrones stuff. So it's a never-ending cycle. Like, how did we get in this universe where Ghostbusters sucks, Indiana Jones sucks, Star Wars sucks now, Game of Thrones we could rely on so much sucks now? Come on, like, seriously, and of all the things to do so well and to be so awesome, fucking Karate Kid. The Karate Kid, which to me, like, at first, I thought like the later movies were just like, oh, this is lame. Yes, Steven. Yep. Yep, that was me. 67. Yep. I can prove it right now if you want me to. But
I remember the bullshitters all the time.
Oh yeah, we really were. But let's see. Let me just do it real quick. I'm not subbed to you on this. There you go. Waiting for it to load. Here I am. There we go. All right. I have returned. Okay, now I'm going back. All right. So what were we just talking about? The Karate Kid. Yeah, For some reason, that is amazing.
I'm a Cobra Kai though, or the Karate Kid.
No, it's part of the Karate Kid saga now. It's a part of it.
Right.
I don't know, Christy. What are you talking about? What happened?
What are you referring to?
I don't know.
It could have been when you turned your thingy off, maybe. I don't know.
No, I'll do that sometimes, just because.
Steven says, "I agree. Proper. You are forever the diplomat. God bless." Oh, I thought he said the diplomat God. That's how I read that first.
The God to bless you. Okay. Well, thank you, God, all of you. I appreciate it. I'm talking to a ceiling now and some lights.
Indeed.
And then a main light in the center. Yes. I'm assuming you're talking about them.
I'd like to thank Snowdub Music and Entertainment for modding for me today. He's been doing awesome, dropping links for my stuff and your stuff in the chat. Thank you very much. That is much appreciated. I do appreciate mods that mod.
He always does it without asking. Not without asking, without having to be asked.
Right.
He just does it voluntarily, which is amazing. And to properly respond to Steven, I agree that that we do need more people who are like, I get it. There are people who are just really upset, really angry, and their thing is to just complain about everything. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to complain about everything. I want to love Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I love Indiana Jones. But it's the direction that I fear that Indiana Jones will go, because I liked it. I'll be honest here. Don't hate me for this. I like Indiana Jones more than I like Han Solo.
Okay.
I just do. I was invested in the trilogy a lot more. Because I got into it. Well, I got into Star Wars when I was a kid. When I was older, I got into Indiana Jones, and that's what really stuck with me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. But carry on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just like Harrison Ford's acting, especially when George Lucas is involved.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that.
But he's great on his own merits, though, too. Witness and Fugitive were fantastic.
Yeah, but I feel like I think it's good to have the channels that do complain about this stuff, because then they're keeping the other people on their toes and whatnot. And then with me, you've seen with the Rookie's Quest, that's kind of the direction I want to go forward, is creating big projects like this. So that's pretty much what I'll be working on. But I do also want to highlight or find movies that people don't talk about as much. Deep in the Valley was one that nobody knew about.
I still haven't watched it yet. Is it still on Netflix?
It's on Amazon Prime for free, actually. But nobody watched it. When I looked it up, not much would come up for that movie. But my review has over 300 views, going on 400 views on it. And the ones that nobody has seen before on my channel have the most views on it. The ones about Alita or something, those have 60 views, and then the ones that are rare, like Blood Angels, Alien Planet, Deep in the Valley, those have over 200 each.
Well, you may not have hit the algorithm like some people have, at the right time. But what does help is that you provide a different take on things. You have a different kind of you bring something different to the table, to where people who do come back continue to come back, and that's something that I even struggle with a lot of people who struggle with. So yeah.
So that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to be that balance. And what do you got there? You got a picture?
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Hell yeah!
I'll turn on the brightness. So
if only he was the man that was in the Last Jedi casino.
Really? Do you really think that Harrison Ford in The Last Jedi would have made the movie better?
as Indiana Jones.
No, that'd be a horrible idea. That would actually be a horrible idea. It would screw a lot of things up. It'd be cool, oh, great.
It's because he had the red lapel thing or whatever, the red flower.
Who else had the red thing?
Oh no, because in the Last Jedi, they were it's a dude with the red thingy McBobber, and he had a white thing, so it looked similar. So that was the.
Did we ever actually see the guy's face or no?
Yeah, they did, because he looked like some other famous dude in the past, which was kind of stupid to have in a Star Wars movie. But
I See, here's the thing. I didn't pay attention in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, neither did I, but my brain remembers stuff like that for some reason. So. But anyway,
well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but proper. So we talked about what I'm going to do with my stuff. Talked about some other people. What do you plan on doing with your future with YouTube?
Continue to do reactions, news, movie reviews. Hey, I like that. I think I'll. But that and also the occasional funny stories, and just what I want to do is just kind of structure my channel a bit more, because I know it's all over the place. Like I do reviews on everything. Like I'm watching the latest season of 13 Reasons Why, because I watched the other 2 seasons. I was invested in it. I was invested in the characters. And last season, I posted a huge thing on Reddit on how I felt on it. But being able to share it on YouTube would be just fantastic, because nobody else really in our community talks about it. But I just think that having a different point of view, it's not going to be something that gets clicks at all, but it's something that I want to do. And if you're not doing something that you want to do on your channel, you might be confided to some specific topics. I know Drunk 3PO only talks about Star Wars, but he talks about other things too. It may not get as many views, and to me, like, the views don't matter as much as are people interested in what you have to say about something, and respect your opinions. And that's something. Oh my gosh. We are here to expose you to all of my wiener dogs.
Yeah, that's our Adam.
Frank will do that all the time.
Oh yeah, always with that joke. I love it.
Yeah, if you're not doing what you want to do, then why do it? And you've seen videos of mine where it seems like I'm phoning it in, or I don't want to do it, and sometimes that's 100% true, that I'm only doing it just because I have to get a video in this week, otherwise I'll fade into irrelevancy or something. And I do think that whole Proper Jenny thing for 3 months really gave me a huge setback.
In a way, but it also gave you a staple of like a forever meme for you.
It does, but in this select community, not
people outside won't understand at all what that is. Anybody new would be like, Proper Jenny, what? They weren't here for it, so
that's why I'm taking steps, like for example, changing that avatar that I had for.
Yeah, I like the avatar change. I like the avatar change. Seeing Jeremy's face on that background was not as good.
As appealing as this. And I got full credit goes to Kay, also known as Thug Life Jeremy, who made it a while ago. Entertainment Hacker actually made an alternative to it. It made some adjustments to it, and I might change it to that once I re-download the pictures for that, and try to get it all set up with trying to frame, because sometimes they'll make they'll have that box or something.
Yeah.
When you're changing your avatar, and
yeah.
I gotcha. It was funny, Frank. It was funny.
Well, real quick, I want to address 2 voice people in the chat that were in the Rookie's Quest. One, Teresa Martin, who voiced a couple NPCs and tomatoes in my Rookie's Quest trilogy, which were great. And Julie from Wish Upon a Vlog, who sung We Will Go Home and the Game of Thrones theme in my series, and played a part in it too for quite a bit. So she did quite a big knockout in there. Everybody loved the We Will Go Home part in part 3. So that was really good. Yeah, her singing actually matched up almost perfectly with the original singer. I had her sing the first half by herself. Then I added the instrumentals and the original voice singer, with it, and they pretty much flowed perfect. I don't know if you could notice if there was another person singing, because there was so on point.
I didn't really notice it either. I just what I did like about hey Stig, how you doing?
Stigley.
I'm doing well. This is interesting. If you'd like to read it, go ahead.
Yeah, I think doing what matters to you is more important than anything else. If you do things because you feel you have to, rather than because you want to the audience, or the audience will notice. They'll see the lack of passion.
You probably have noticed at some points that I'm not going to say which videos, but you could tell pretty easily just which ones, you know, was particularly invested in. And sometimes, you know, they got hits. Sometimes, you know, they didn't, and it really sucked. But
yeah, I actually think the whole hitting the algorithm in the right spot and like needing to keep up the consistency of every single week you need to post something or every day. I don't think that's how it always works, because there's so many people you see on YouTube that doesn't follow that format that blow up big without it just being, you know, through that type of specific formula, you know. Like Mahler, I feel like is a great example of, he keeps on growing and growing, and he posts one video every 3 or 4 months, like 2 or 3 times a year.
who's this again?
Mahler, you know,
Oh,
EFAP.
Mahler. Yeah. Well, he also
Like,
has, you know, a regular live stream that he does, but he works so hard on his videos, and he scripts them out. There's like 80 pages that he has to say. Brilliant guy, but you know, it's tough. But yeah, also have to have that built-in audience, and
yeah,
I don't have. Neither of us have that built-in audience. And what did Ryan just say a second ago? What was that?
It was, your face is your brand, especially the bearded face, proper Jeremy.
Okay, fine. I shaved on my birthday. I probably shouldn't have. I used the 1-inch razor and it didn't work. So
I didn't notice. You're fine.
I didn't. Yeah. Also, I didn't particularly like the mustache that I had, frankly.
Yeah.
But this is me.
That's funny that he says your face is your brand. When people said they want Rookie's Quest merchandise, I was kind of confused by that, because I'm like, you do know that like I'm the majority of the characters. Like, you want like of me, of an item where it's like I'm on the shirt or I'm the poster. Like, I was confused by that a little bit, but you know, they like the characters. They like you know, I wanted to do like trading cards with like General Katarn as the Soy Hunter, Rita Repulsa, you know, my Jeff squad, and then the Dark Jeff squad as like characters with like little features under them at points or something. I thought that'd be interesting, but I don't know if people would actually buy anything like that. I do have a Teesprings store open where there's a T-shirt and a poster available that has the Rookie's Quest art on there. And I have, you know, Patreon. I'm getting set up to basically fund more of my projects. I think I made better reward system than before, as people get more out of it than what they would otherwise. But I don't know. Like think about that proper. Like, if people wanted a proper Jeremy merchandise, what would that be?
Actually,
like, your face is part of your brand. It's
having like some catchphrases to attach to that really does help. You know, you had you know, give me your energy. You know, you have a T-shirt on Teespring, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm starting to do is just like live long and proper, even though.
I'm gonna say you're improper with a pointy finger and exclamation point under improper or something would be perfect for you, because you say that in your older videos every now and then. Improper.
I did a lot on my James Bond video, and that was just sort of like, I did too many of the impropers. I know that I did that, but at the same time, I hadn't done it in so long that I figured I'd just go all out, because I was just about to do, like I was about to make a video on my thoughts on the James Bond title. And turns out this Deadline article was just complete trash, and they took 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Like, they had to see that, type it all out, and then go and publish it in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I bet you that they must have had some sort of, in advance of the announcement, they had some sort of, whatchamacallit, a little heads up. So, but 4 minutes? Nah. Nah, man. Nah, fam. That's not cool. What did, you're going through a lot of the comments. What did they say like 2 of them ago?
I'm just going through things right here. Mad Max says the working man can't compete with those e-beggars that make Fandom Menace 100%, or they make Fandom 100% of their income and camp with all their videos. They have just as much conflicts of interest as so-called chills.
Yeah, that's why if you're attached to a certain movement, that's not necessarily a great thing. I mean, it's great for the income and everything, but you know, to have an opinion and stick with it. But what sucks is not having the ability to voice your own opinion and sometimes be honest about it. Because I know Jeremy has his opinions and he believes in them. Sometimes I've noticed that he's exaggerated them at certain points, or he is saying things that, not that he doesn't necessarily believe, but as I said, exaggerating them so that he can, appeal to his base. And sometimes that requires making videos that you don't necessarily want to make, or you're not as passionate about. Because listen, like, he doesn't care about Captain Marvel. I don't think. But this is just my opinion. I've never really asked him about it. So
well, he specifically said every time somebody says don't make a Captain Marvel video, he'll make 5 more. So,
well, yeah, that's just to piss them off. To piss people off and rile people up, and he's very good at that. But I will say that he's not that kind of person in real life. Although he is he'll mess with you, who talks shit. He's very much, his personality is very much real, but he's not gonna just say fuck you for having a different opinion or something. Like, that's not his style, and that's something that, the meme would be a great seller. Well, I mean, if you bought 50 of them, Will, go for it.
Or if you put a Forrest Gump thing, but with Jeremy and proper Jenny or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't have to. The only thing is, I wouldn't use Jeremy's face.
Yeah, I would use something else. Something else, but you know what I mean.
Because I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was you, Will, or somebody else used. Somebody else gave me that picture of proper Jenny a while ago, and then when I transitioned on the Senate, that thing.
Yeah.
And that initially caused me to, be stuck for 3 months because I switched and switched back. Then, you have one more time to switch, but it didn't give me that warning. That's how it happened. I got stuck with it. April Fool's Day joke.
Oh, yeah.
And and there was this thing on Twitter a bit ago about how I was upset with Reylo stuff. And just I don't understand the outrage of fans who just want to have, a fantasy, a fan fiction. But and I realized that I had already made a video of talking about who cares about Reylo fans, who cares if they want these two characters to get together. They love the characters, they're Star Wars fans too. Who cares if they have a Reylo panel at Star Wars Celebration? I wish I had gone. I so wish I would have gone, but it conflicted with something that I was doing with Jeremy at the time. But I realized that the video that I was referring to came out the same day as, when I became proper Jenny for 3 months. So I decided to do a callback to that.
Oh, I see.
But I was so what do I know? I became a woman for 3 months.
I hear you. I have to respond to a text real quick if you want to read some of the chat.
Yeah, the one you have right now. You're clicking on a couple of ones. All right, I got to get up the actual video. All right. There's a few that are addressed to me. Yeah, Bob Iger approved The Last Jedi. That's this video is not cut up to me at all. All right. So the working man can't compete with those. Oh, yeah, that was already said. LOL, you should put each member of the Jeff Squad on their own T-shirt. You might not sell any, but it would be kind of cool. Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, having a bunch of Jeff squads and having different shirts would be great. Especially if you had Pinky Jeff, that'd be great. Jamal, I know his name, but I like calling him Pinky Jeff. The proper Jenny meme would be a great seller for you, PJ. Yeah, okay, we already read that. Ryan is laughing at us. LMFAO. And Stephen Walton said, a personal point of privilege, proper Jeremy, he/him. Jeremy definitely gets proposed. That is a part of his online persona, his brand. Yeah, no, I completely understand. And, you've had conversations with him in private as well. So what the real person pretty much is. For not meeting him in person, I guess, you get a feel for who someone really is off air. And a lot of times, sometimes the persona still is there, and other times that persona is just a persona. and it's exaggerated, and a lot of it is grounded. It's important that it's grounded in truth, because you're not being truthful to yourself if you're just being 100% disingenuous, because it'll show. But people do make mistakes, and people do say things that are dumb. They say things that don't make any sense to you. You won't always agree, but that's the beauty of being human.
Indeed. Real quick, while I was answering the text real quick, there was a funny thing I just noticed with my cat. Just one sec. Or not my cat, my sister's cat that's there. She's sleeping in a unique spot by the modem. I didn't see the kitty until just now. I was like, what the hell? Just creeping out of the corner, just stretching. She has a very long tail. This is she's called Lucy. My sister named her after Lucy from I Love Lucy, and then she has a brother cat named Ricky, and it's
Ricky and Lucy, like from I Love Lucy.
Pretty much My Love Lucy, yeah, pretty much. It is hilarious.
Oh gosh, one of my friends, he's obsessed with I Love Lucy, and I don't know why. Don't know why.
I mean, I don't hate the show or nothing, but no.
Tim.
Proper Jeremy has changed body parts more than Mr. Potato Head. That is a fact. Yes, that's a product you could sell, the Proper Jeremy Potato Game or something.
It would be my
swap around body parts.
And Ryan, gotta hit the gym, boys. Gotta hit they gym. All right. First off, it's the gym. You've had too many
improper, as he would say.
But of course you're going to the gym, Ryan. Of course you are. Your fucking profile is at the gym.
Yep. Well, later, man.
All right. Yeah. All right. See you, Ryan. No, Ryan, we've met twice. He's a good guy, and he has a great sense of humor, great channel. Go sub to RK Outpost. He's very knowledgeable in the expanded universe and brings a lot to the table. He had a video on Geeks and Gamers, I think, once or twice now. So, yeah, I mean, he's doing good things. He's doing good things. So, yeah, you only roast the ones you love.
Indeed. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I just saw his post right here, Stevens. I was reading Snowdubs, like where the cats are hiding in spots that are warm, and I read it as Stevens saying, I do the same thing, like with the warm cat spots. But
with warm cat spots? Is that
no, Snowdub was saying it's warm. Cats like warm spots. They lay in the sun when it beams. And then I read Stevens says, I do the same thing sometimes, like as if it was running off of Snowdubs for some reason, how I read it. So I read it improperly.
Oh, okay.
In my head. I fused them.
Yeah. You spoke, many times now. I think I have a feeling for who he is. I like my man a lot. Okay, hashtag no homo.
Hashtag yes homo, Steven. Yes.
Just accept it. Just accept that you have some homosexual tendencies. And I mean, it's totally fine. You know, when I keep hearing and being, I could call it harassment, but I'm not going to. I'm going to call it flattery. When he's talking about me being shirtless, when my camera's off, that's not true. The people like to imagine what they want to see.
Yeah, I suppose. or they imagine what they hope they never see. But
I mean, sometimes if you check on Lethal's channel, you'll find something.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You'll find it only happened once. But
yeah, but okay. Let's change up the topic a little bit to something else.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I thought it'd be kind of funny, instead of talking about a current pop culture thing or something, what if we did like a crossover type of game here? Like, what franchises would cross over, and how do you think they'd be good if they did? Like I'll use an example that I just thought of. Like, what if like Transformers was in the Pacific Rim universe? Like, you know, because it's aliens from space with their own robotic stuff on Earth, pretty much. And then there's these other creatures from another dimension coming out of the ocean. And I feel like that'd be an interesting clash. And human characters technically wouldn't even need to be important in this. You'd see the struggle between the Autobots and whatnot. Maybe Decepticons are in the story too, in their own way, trying to figure things out between the Autobots and the, you know, kaiju. Maybe they try to team up with the kaiju or not. I feel like there could be something there, because in the second one, I hated the Pacific Rim movies, by the way, and I don't really like the Transformers ones, but I could see stuff in there that I kind of enjoy a little bit. But yeah, I didn't like the Pacific Rim ones, but I feel like there's potential for stuff in there. So that seems like a pretty cool crossover in my opinion. Would you like to see a movie like that? Maybe some type of a
I'd throw in the Power Rangers.
Into that same universe or to a different one?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually was thinking Pacific Rim and Power Rangers because of the Megazords. But it would be more interesting is no, because the whole process in that first movie was just they get into these big Megazords. It's a ripoff. It's a stupid movie. Like, who cares? But it'd be great if like the Megazords were fighting the Autobots, the Power Rangers.
That'd be interesting. That'd be. I feel like they'd have to
toy crossover.
Would it be a specific team? How many Transformers are there? Like which set of Power Rangers fights which set of Autobots? Because like the Power Rangers have so many seasons and teams, and some seasons like do we have it at the point where it's the Mighty Morphin with their regular Dinozord with the Dragon Zord, or later where they have the Shogun Zords, or
would it be? I never really saw the.
It was like season 3 of the.
I never saw the rebooted movie or anything.
I'm just referring to the TV movie. I'm just referring to the TV show.
Just TV shows because the movie doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, now that we have that established, I think it's only appropriate to have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm gonna come back. Fuck it. It'd be great.
Okay, I'd say if they're gonna be in the same universe as the Autobots or the Pacific Rim or something, you'd have to have a few different sets of Power Ranger groups in there because of the amount of Autobots to the amount of Megazords. I don't think they'd be as fair with it, and they're not necessarily the bad guys, or I don't know. I want to see how that would work.
No, the Power Rangers see these Autobots destroying the city. It's like
Would it be the Autobots or Decepticons?
Maybe they could use Autobots and Decepticons.
Would it be where they mistake the Autobots as the bad guys and then they clash and then?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, mistake them and just
Newt
Squad. That's what they're referring to in Lethal Lightnings.
Okay, I missed that one. Okay.
Yeah, we're not actually nude. No one is nude. Maybe
that's for an after-hours show. After 8 o'clock,
yeah, probably. So, yeah, when you get into what the fuck are we talking about?
You said Power Rangers versus Transformers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be a misunderstanding. I don't know. Be like Civil War and Captain America: Civil War. Good guys are fighting each other. There's any real bad guy in that.
Well,
I didn't really get that vibe of like there's this one big bad guy. They were just fighting each other.
No, I don't think so. Well, Zemo in Civil War, Zemo was the catalyst for it.
Well, yes, but
made them all collide even more.
It didn't help, but was
they were already heading to face each other anyway. He just sped it up, I suppose. Sped up the collision of the teams. But I think Riot Kitty has a great crossover one: Power Rangers and Sailor Moon.
I don't know what Sailor Moon is.
It's basically kind of like Power Rangers in a way, except for I guess it'd fall more into the Dragon Ball area, but it's like a girl transforms into some type of something with powers, kind of, and they fight evil, I guess.
Wow, great description.
It's a fighting evil by moonlight. That's the only piece of the song I can remember. So I don't know. That'd be an interesting one though, because it's both Super Sentai type of thing and Sailor Moon also. Did you have a different idea for a cool crossover? Because I had a couple that might be interesting.
Predator. That'd be great.
What with the Predator?
Alien versus Predator. That would be amazing.
Something different that we have not seen.
No. Those don't exist.
I count them.
I don't.
Those were the first I ever saw. I count them.
I don't count it because it's...
Okay, see, I already consider them to basically be in the same universe, technically. Even if they don't fully say it now, I consider that already, so I don't count that. That combo already happened.
It just frustrated me because they're both R-rated franchises, and
I know they didn't have the. I know they sucked at it, but they did it. They sucked at it big time, but they still did it. But
no, It's like me saying I wish that there was a Godfather Part 3. Or I wish that there was something else that happened after Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I really wish that they made a fourth movie. Too bad they didn't. Because I pretend that they don't exist, I guess. But to get serious here, though, it'd be great. It'd be interesting to see if there were other universes that collided with really big ones that were well established, like Harry Potter and something else. I just don't know what that something else would be.
Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Like Lord of the Rings happened, several centuries ago.
Well, no, let's just say because they have time travel in, in Harry Potter, they get Terminator rules zapped into the past. Bandit Incorporated did a thingy kind of like this with his time travel stuff, and I think that'd be interesting. Take some Harry Potter universe stuff, boom, characters, plop them into the Lord of the Rings universe, and they have their magic and stuff in this different magical world.
Turner.
They'd what?
They have the Time Turner.
But I'm saying maybe we could amp up the time stuff to just get fully traveled back in time, and they don't know what. And they gotta survive in this different universe here. It's not the same as their wizard one. Different magic. There's other wizards here, other sorcerers. I don't know.
Huh. Well, I get your point with
they're two big ones. So I don't know.
And there are no actors that conflict with it.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, so I think that could work. I always think that you ever see all the John Hughes movies, like Breakfast the Breakfast Club? I almost said Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's not
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks is not John Hughes.
Is that? I don't know the name of I don't know who you're referring to. You said Breakfast Club, and I know that guy's in it, so I have no idea.
No, John Hughes is the guy who made the Breakfast Club, who made Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay, I've seen Ferris Bueller. I've seen some of those movies, but
he also made Home Alone.
Okay.
I'd like to think that that's all in the same universe, even though Molly Ringwald is 5 different people. Okay, you're not.
Oh my God. You see the screen?
Well, she's in all of what? Oh,
do you see the screen?
Disney and hentai.
Oh no.
And that okay sign. Oh God.
That pretty much already exists on Tumblr, I imagine.
More than just Tumblr. God.
So don't worry, Tumblr's probably got that covered at least. Oh my God. But no, I had another idea with wouldn't this be interesting to maybe see the fast food franchise mascots in a drama, a action movie drama or something?
Aside from I think there were a lot of the Burger King and the Dairy Queen get together, and it's all about the Burger King. And Ronald McDonald is the jester or something.
I don't know about that, but
what are you talking about?
I don't know. They'd have to make it a gangster universe or something, but with fast food characters protecting their turf or something. I have no idea. But it's something where Ronald McDonald is serious. He's not even funny at all. It's just that type of bizarre thing with you have Wendy and just other fast food icons on there. Jared. God. Just kidding about that. But I don't know. That'd be
Jared?
Weird.
Who's Jared?
Don't play dumb.
No, what?
Subway.
Oh.
Not that. Never mind.
Oh no, that was Alex from Target. Oh, that was a meme for a while. Okay, so I'm trying to think of a decent crossover.
See, Will Gentry says Harry Potter and Star Wars. I thought this would be a unique one: Power Rangers and Star Wars. But Harry Potter would probably be interesting to see how their rules with science and magic would interact, how that would mix.
It wouldn't. I don't.
Well, that'd be the thing, because magic to a lot of people is science that you can't explain. So as far as Star Wars universe goes, that type of powers is just something they don't really understand, but it could be scientifically proven at some point.
And can they
Who
block
knows?
spells with their lightsabers?
I can't. I don't see why not, or with the Force or whatever. I mean, that'd be interesting type of battle, maybe.
Like if somebody-
Ben Kenobi versus Saruman or something.
That's Saruman. That's Lord of the Rings. Do you want to try?
Oh God,
crossover
I don't know. Okay,
a
shit.
triple crossover here. You want Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings.
I was thinking of the wrong wizard.
All right, there was
Dumbledore.
only like one year
yeah.
where like movies of each of those franchises came out. 2002. I know we get it. We grew up on all three of them, but I don't know how the hell that's gonna work. But maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But that'd be like Christopher Lee would be dueling himself.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be good. Count Dooku versus Saruman.
Oh, in a perfect world, that would have already happened. But oh my God, Shellback.
Yeah, Ringwald. Jack in the Box. Yeah, Jack in the Box is the fast food franchise mascots versus the Power Rangers. That's what it would be.
What is with you in the fast food?
No, I don't know, because I saw a skit. My friend showed me a stupid thing where like Ronald McDonald is like fucking crazy, going on like drinking heavily and like violent as shit or something, and I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of funny. And I think they had like a few other characters do something, and I just saw the Epic Rap Battles of History. I didn't know they were posting anything. I was going through some of their catalog, and they had Ronald McDonald versus the Burger King or whatever. So that's on my head right now within the last couple hours. So.
Oh, hey, that's fair enough.
Kinda
I'd like
funny.
to see Indiana Jones with something fucked up. Like
Indiana Jones. What's a good?
it has to do something, something religious and magical. Ooh, would be a good one for that.
Indiana Jones. Where's like a special items that need to be found or something?
He needs to find.
On a quest.
It could be a low key Lord of the Rings spinoff, like crossover, but very low key. You couldn't have like the original characters in it; they'd be dead, long gone.
Indiana Jones with Dragon Ball, because he's got to go find the Dragon Balls, and
No
no one can find them better than him.
Oh, or Indiana Jones wants to catch them all with the Pokemon.
Pokemon, right? Exactly. But no, he can't be as stealthy with that. He's got to. I don't know how his skills would apply to Pokemon.
Maybe Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider. He runs into Lara Croft. He's like, "Who are you?"
That'd be something.
That actually would be something. I mean, it's an influence of the franchise.
Angelina Jolie and Harrison Ford.
Was that well received? The Tomb Raider movie.
I'm referring to the older ones. I don't know who the newer one was.
Oh, okay. Because I knew that was a thing, but I don't know how it did. But I guess it doesn't matter. It'd be great to just have Lara Croft and warring. And what's warring, Mary?
Working and lurking.
I know.
But warring. At first, I thought she was like having a versus thing. I'm like, who's that? Who's warring and lurking?
I was like, I'm not familiar with all of the.
I haven't heard those characters yet. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what like anime you're referring to.
Nope.
I just assume if I don't understand it, it's probably anime.
Yeah,
I don't understand a lot of what goes on. It's kind of like the rules to surviving a horror movie, the concept of it. You've never seen Scream?
It's been a long time.
Okay, assume you haven't. Okay, so in the movie, because it's kind of like a parody. It's
don't go piss alone or something.
No.
Don't.
No. There are 3 rules that they say specifically. 1, you can never have sex, and he says it at a party with a bunch of people.
Because the virgin always lives, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's just and people like booing him, like boo. And he says you could never drink and do drugs.
And they always get killed because that's bad.
And they're all drinking there, so it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
And then rule number 3: never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, say, "I'll be right back," because you won't be back. And then Matthew
I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, I'm getting another beer. You want one? He's like, sure. I'll be right back. Oh! Man, that was so great. But those are the rules to surviving the horror film. And if you I don't know where I was going with this. I
don't know either. You brought it up though. So
what were we talking about right before?
Talking about movies and crossovers.
Okay, so I don't know. I was trying to make a connection with it. I guess oh yeah, it was with the anime stuff. Oh yeah, in Japanese horror films, you're just fucked.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
You're just
They
fucked.
let you know that you can't escape and you're doomed. Just accept your death.
Yeah, so any like Japanese horror film with like Indiana Jones would be fantastic. Actually, just because he is able to escape the inescapable.
Or Indiana Jones and like Super Mario.
Okay, now we're getting goofy here. but in all seriousness, though, Indiana Jones and Lara Croft would actually be amazing.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I like that one. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you meet like an old Indiana Jones. You meet like a young Lara Croft. It has to be actual Lara Croft, like actually Lara Croft. It has to be like confirmed and signed off.
Right.
And that is the person who I hate to say this, but if Indiana Jones decides to pass off his hat to somebody, it's got to be her. And if they want to do the woke shit, they can do it.
She'd be called Laura Jones.
No,
after that.
no, she'd still be Lara Croft. But he's like retired, I guess.
He's in the lore now. Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, he says, he could do the whole like Steve Rogers thing, what he did with, Falcon. I can't believe that slipped my mind.
Like that, you're like the black guy in Avengers,
Well, no. I mean, everybody will be happy. Everybody will be happy if that happens. But that's just one man's humble opinion. I'm sure that a lot of people would just crank it. And the Shawhan Wiener Dog clan said Dr. Jones in Big Trouble in Little China. Never seen that.
Seen that, so I don't know the reference either.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know what that means, but sure, it's a great film. But yeah, dude. Oh, what other ones did you have in mind?
Well, I feel like let's save that for another time. It's been going on for a little over an hour here. I think this is pretty much a good time to stop. But yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue this another time. I'm trying to make that kind of a thing, maybe a crossover universe topic for a bit to get us off of all the current pop culture stuff. We can always talk about something else. Talk about franchises we like and how they interact with other ones or characters in general. So
yeah, I like seriously. We did this like 10 minutes before we went live. So
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, dude, I'd love to come back and write down some ideas that I had. But yeah.
No, yeah.
On last minute, I didn't know this is going to be the one-on-one thing that you were continuing, but dude, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Speaking of which, give people something you want to say, either about your channel, about future projects that you're working on. How's your summer going? How's your birthday? All that, whatever.
All right, my birthday was really fun. A lot of people gave me a lot of great great well wishes, and I appreciate that. A lot of gifts were given, and I want to thank everybody who wished me a happy birthday on my birthday and also the day before, because Ruthie decided that it was my birthday that day. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I'm not going to explain it. Misunderstanding, I guess. But yeah. On my channel, there's one big project that I'm working on, but I want to make sure that it goes within the YouTube guidelines. So what I'm thinking of doing is just for fun, either do it. I might, while I'm setting up my Patreon, which is coming soon, by the way. So keep a lookout for that.
Sweet.
It'd be like patreon.com/properjeremy probably. But I was thinking of doing a script read through of The Room, and it would be like weekly segments, like we have a couple scenes, and then I just release that every Sunday, and it'll just go on for a while, just for fun, because it's if anybody who's seen The Room, I'm guessing Rookie, have you? Or
surprisingly no, but I know every goddamn meme about the Room, so and I've seen plenty of clips and reviews and stuff. So
the Nostalgia Critic review?
No, actually, no.
Oh. If you watch that, you'll get it.
Okay.
And it's 30 minutes to save you an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah. The Room's a movie that I don't know if I could fully watch, but I get it, and all the jokes out of it are hilarious. So
you can watch The Room. But I was thinking about doing like a script read through of it. Just it's so ridiculous.
That's not a bad idea. I'll be starting something too, where I'll be looking at older scripts or ideas that I had, old movie ideas, and if people like if you wrote something back in the day, or at some point and you're like, I'm not going to share this. This would be a funny time to share it sometimes. Read a page or two from an older book idea you had or an old movie idea. Mary had quite a few people I know had quite a few older story ideas, and I think mine were ridiculous as hell, but they would be hilarious to read out loud. They're very improper grammarly, so they would be quite hilarious. So kind of similar to that idea that you're doing, but like if you had something that you spawned of your head from a couple years back, that'd be funny to bring forth. That'd be the kind of show for it, like some type of thing, some type of segment.
Yeah. But until then, it's, reaction, news, movie reviews. I think I'm going to go with that. And
reaction, news, movie reviews, make that into a rap. Splash, splash, splash. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you that rhymes? Yep.
I didn't think we had time to do it.
Yep.
But anyways, thank you for having me on, man. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's been in the chat. I know this was kind of last minute, but you know what? Hey, it's fun. And I actually forgot about the video that I was going to upload. So I'm going to be premiering it in, let's say, 20 minutes. So feel free to pop onto my channel and go watch that.
Sounds good.
Appreciate that. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, but, do you have the link for it to post in the chat?
No, it actually wasn't uploaded. I was invested in the conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all good.
But I could just do that right now. But yeah, dude, I greatly appreciate it. Everything that you've done for me, especially with getting me off my feet and first, actually talking about like seriously, like interviewing people who were of different backgrounds and of different, like just you reaching out in general to all these different people is very inspiring, and I admire you for it. All the people that you've had on, it must have taken this is like years, like a year and a half, almost 2 years of just building relationships, and the fact that you've gotten this many people to do this for you and with you is just absolutely incredible, and I'm just privileged to be a part of it, to be honest.
Yeah, thanks, man. You're considered one of the OGs in this, so you're right along there with me, man.
I hardly think so, but I
count it. I'll count it.
I appreciate it so much.
Referring to Snowdub real quick, I might bust some raps out soon. I thought I was going to do some the other day, but I don't know. It's more effort than I thought sometimes. I'm the whitey who can rap. I don't know about that. They sound really bad because no. But
don't do that ever again.
No, I'll do them even more. I'll do them
all
even
the time.
More.
Yeah, just to spite me.
My high school raps were like, yo, the point of this rap video is to let you know about anything and everything that happens with my toasters. My yeah, that was my high school.
Your toasters?
In high school, that was a science rap. He said you can either write an essay or you could do a rap about mitosis, and that'll count. And
I thought you were saying my toasters.
No, mitosis. And all right, you got step one, and that is prophase, and it's something, whatever. It was horrible.
Probably, but we'll ignore it.
Those were on my channel. Those are actually on my channel, by the way. I recorded them and posted them with me rapping those. So maybe I should resurface them at some point.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd watch it.
Yeah. See, it's like I can't rap, but I can rhyme. I could do that all the time, right on the turn of a dime. Yeah. I'll just end the broadcast later.
No. All right. See you, everybody. I'm premiering my video in let's say 5 minutes.